I guess I'm gonna have to do it the old-fashioned way, man. The live stream bugging is joint acting up, man. I guess it only wants to act up when it wants to act up when it wants to. Anyways, man, you see the title, man, or maybe you don't. It's not a live stream. So I apologize. But yeah, it's straight up and down, man. You know, Deontay Wilder straight up and down said that I seen his link on social media. The man said basically he's half man, half hybrid. He's the best heavyweight in the world, and everybody else is average. Hashtag Bomb Squad, hashtag Wilder Ortiz, hashtag facts, hashtag he's the best, you know what I mean? Now, you know, Deontay Wilder is my favorite heavyweight on the planet, you know what I mean? Not now, you know, I've been riding with Wilder since, you know, man, the man achieved his bronze medal in the 2008 Beijing Olympics, you know what I mean? You know, the man with the guy who had less than 40 amateur fights for a man who started boxing late. You know what I mean? To even achieve a gold medal, I'm sorry, a bronze medal, that was a great accomplishment for him. And ever since then, he's just been riding high. He ain't lost ever since. He's just keeping it moving, man. And he's a world champion. You know what I mean? He's been a world champ. You know, but these statements Deontay Wilder making, you know, like I said, man, Wilder's my favorite heavyweight. You know what I mean? But I don't quite agree with what the man is saying, you know what I mean? Him talking about he's the best heavyweight and everybody else is average. Well, in my opinion, you know, all these heavyweights out here, they basically unproven, you know what I mean? Everybody, in my opinion, except, this is my opinion, you know what I mean? Everybody except the man, Tyson Fury, you know? Tyson Fury did the unthinkable. He was down on the odds. The man wasn't a favorite to beat the man, Vladimir Klitschko. Klitschko hadn't lost in like 10 years. You know what I mean? The lineal champion. The man was a champion with, what, 3 belts, WBA, WBO, and IBF. And the man, Vladimir Klitschko, I'm sorry, Tyson Fury went to the man's home, not his home country, but basically his home turf. You know, Vladimir, Dr. Steelhammer, he fights out of Germany. You check it, draws a massive crowd out there in Germany. And the man went out there with a lot of factors going against him, you know, that spongy canvas that Vladimir Klitschko had out there. The man, Vladimir Klitschko, from what I heard, man, the man had kind of heels in his shoes, you know, to try to make himself taller. And he got his ass whooped, you know what I'm saying? Easy work from the man, from the man Tyson Fury, you know? Everybody else is unproven, you know what I mean? Some may say Anthony Joshua beat Vladimir Klitschko. Yeah, but Vladimir Klitschko hadn't been in the ring since when? That fight between him and Fury was when? 2015 November, right? And Vladimir Klitschko fought the man Anthony Joshua in April of 2017. The man had been out of the year in like over a year. You check it, well over a year. So, you know, it was a good victory up to till today in 2017. That's my fight of the year, Vladimir Klitschko versus Anthony Joshua. But I just think that the man Tyson Fury is the only one who's proven who did the heavy lifting, in my opinion, you know. He wasn't the favorite, you know what I mean? I did pick Anthony Joshua to beat Vladimir Klitschko. I wasn't surprised. Only thing I was surprised of was when he got dropped. Was it in the 5th round or the 6th round? He got dropped with that straight right hand, you know what I mean? Had the man wobbly, boom, and he went down hard, you know what I mean? Went down hard on the canvas, you check it. So, besides that, everybody else is unproven, you know what I'm saying? They're beating guys that they're supposed to beat. You check it, Deontay Wilder doesn't have a name like Vladimir Klitschko on his resume. He's not a unified champion like Anthony Joshua. So, you know, him saying that he's the best or everybody else is average, that's kind of reaching, in my opinion, you know what I mean? You know, Anthony Joshua does have 2 straps, you check it. The lineal champion is, excuse me, is still Tyson Fury. You know, and I think Deontay Wilder, you know what I'm saying, he's a good fighter. I think he has a chance, the opportunity to knock off any heavyweight on the planet, you know what I mean? I would favor him to, you know, if he fought Tyson Fury today, I'd definitely pick Wilder to win that fight, you know what I mean? Tyson Fury got to come back and show me something. He got to show and prove, you know what I mean? The man was at least 400 pounds at some point in the last 2+ years he's been out of the ring. Again, he's been inactive 2+ years. You know, again, he's had them doping allegations, you know what I mean, as far as, steroids, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, the man has a lot of factors that I think Deontay Wilder could exploit, you know what I'm saying, if they did happen to face each other. Same with Anthony Joshua if he did face the man Tyson Fury. But obviously a fight between Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua, that's a massive domestic rivalry out there in the UK. And I would think they would try to make that fight quicker and faster than they would try to make a fight between Deontay Wilder. You know what I mean? Deontay Wilder's been asking for a 50-50 purse split with Anthony Joshua. In my opinion, I don't think he's had done enough in his career as far as trying to achieve a 50-50 split with the man Anthony Joshua. You know, Anthony Joshua got drawing power out there in the UK. Deontay Wilder, not so much, even in his home country, you know what I mean? But we don't know if this man, Anthony Joshua, has that kind of drawing power anywhere else in the world besides the UK, England and Wales, you know what I mean? Where he fought the man Takam in Wales in his last fight. Anthony Joshua, man, he's a good fighter, you know what I mean? I think he does need to shed some pounds. Coming in at 254, I think makes him a little sluggish, a little bit more robotic than he usually is. And, it's a good boxer, you know what I mean? Got good technique, you know what I'm saying? And the fight between him and Wilder is still a dream fight for most heavyweight fans. You know, it's a dream fight for me in the heavyweight division. That's what I'd like to see. But, when a guy like Deontay Wilder is asking for a 50-50 purse split, kind of makes negotiations a little harder, you know what I mean? That's why a guy like Joseph Parker, who Anthony Joshua thinks he can beat, you know what I mean? And I think he'll beat him, no question about it. But he has to settle for a 30-35 purse split, and hey, it is what it is. He's going to get the highest payday of his career. Deontay Wilder, in my opinion, if he did humble himself and take that, whatever it is, besides that 50-50 he's asking for, hey, man, you're going to get the biggest payday of your career, plus the opportunity to be a unified champ and to knock off the big money maker in the division. You know what I mean? There's a lot of incentives, a lot of incentives right there that the man Deontay Wilder, has on his sides if he does so happen to take that fight. All he got to do is go look back at the blueprint of Floyd Mayweather. He was a disadvantage with all the advantages and the leverage that the man Oscar De La Hoya had in their fight. But he still took the fight, went out there, handled his business, and he won the fight. Ever since then, he's been the man, you know what I mean? You check it. So Deontay Wilder should take a blueprint out of Floyd's manual and go ahead and do the same, But as far as Deontay Wilder saying he's the best and everybody else is average, well, if that's his opinion, that's just a matter of his opinion. In my opinion, these guys got to do some work. These guys got to fight each other. Everybody's not fighting everybody, you know what I mean? Joseph Parker's going to be fighting Anthony Joshua, so we can't say he ain't fighting nobody, you know what I'm saying? He's taking that fight. I expect Anthony Joshua to get through that fight. In my opinion, Joseph Parker ducked Deontay Wilder to take this fight. And every other fight he's taken, besides Deontay Wilder, when he came out to Alabama, when Deontay Wilder fought the man Gerald Washington. So, hey, but in this, if you look at it from a business perspective, he's about to get the highest payday of his career. Plus, he's going to have the opportunity to fight for 2 belts. So I'm not even mad at him, you know what I mean? For 2 more belts, if he wins, he has 3 titles around his waist, But I even read an article from the man Johnny Nelson, you know what I mean? The UK former cruiserweight champion, world champion, held the WBO title as a world record for most title defenses at the cruiserweight. You know what I'm saying? I heard him talking about that he wants Anthony Joshua to face a guy like face Joseph Parker. After that, he should fight either Kubra Pulev or Alexander Povetkin. And after he gets through those guys, then he should have a big UK fight with the man David Haye. You see, this guy, Johnny Nelson. Johnny Nelson was the first guy coming out with these rumors of talking about Deontay Wilder got bodied with body shots by the man Vladimir Dr. Steelhammer Klitschko doing sparring, you know what I mean? I call it a rumor because there's no physical evidence that this happened, you know what I mean? Show us some film, you know what I'm saying? Whether it did or did not happen, we as the fans, we don't know for sure because we haven't seen film, you know what I mean? At least I haven't seen no film on that. So, yeah, that's a rumor. And if that's the case, you know what I mean? If he's trying to denigrate the man Deontay Wilder's name, saying he got bodied by Dr. Steelhammer, then why wouldn't you want your man Anthony Joshua from the UK to face Deontay Wilder? You know what I'm saying? He wants Anthony Joshua to face everybody in the heavyweight division, guys that we know that Anthony Joshua will be have the overwhelming advantage against. Everybody except Deontay Wilder. How comes? You know what I mean? See Johnny Nelson, man. Johnny Nelson's the kind of guy, he needs to sit down, man. You know what I'm saying? He needs to go down and sit down somewhere because, him even as a cruiserweight champion, man, them fellas got losses on his career or even has questionable fights during that title reign with them successful title defenses. I thought he lost to the Panamanian, Guillermo Jones. You know what I mean? I think they called that fight a draw, like in 2002. You check it. So, them fellas, he need to go down and sit somewhere, man. His only claim to fame is fighting out of that gym out there in Sheffield, where fellas like Prince Nassim and Kell Brook and these guys have trained out of, you know what I mean? You check it. But guess what, them fellas, Prince Nassim, them fellas was a bad man, unlike Johnny Nelson. Johnny Nelson was, he was mad. You check it out. In my opinion, he's not a Hall of Famer. So, it's not about him, but it's about what he's talking about Anthony Joshua should do. Why wouldn't you want to the world wants to see Deontay Wilder versus Anthony Joshua, but you're talking about him facing fellas like David Haye and Povetkin and Kubra Pula. Come on, man. Fall back, you know what I mean? But yo, man, just had to let it be known, Deontay Wilder. Let me know what y'all fellas think about him talking about he's the best heavyweight on the planet and he's the best and everybody else is average. You know what I mean? I think those statements right there, that's kind of overdoing it, But hey, it's great to have self-confidence in yourself, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, you have to show and prove, you know what I mean? Because everybody else could say you're average too, Deontay Wilder. And I'm a fan because they'll say, hey, look at your resume. At least Anthony Joshua got 2 straps. He's a unified champion and he beat a former a guy who's going to be in the Hall of Fame in Vladimir Klitschko, you know what I mean? Tyson Fury the same way. These guys have a couple bodies on their resume that trumps everybody on Deontay Wilder's resume. So let me know in the comment section what you think about Deontay Wilder's claims that everybody else is average and he's the best and he's half human, half hybrid. Let me know what y'all think about that. And, I want to give a shout out before I seal this video. I've been uploading mad videos from out here from Nairobi I went to the motherfucking trenches, boy, to go catch these fights, you know what I mean? Trenches, man, I'm talking about where half of you uploaders, y'all be talking gully up here on this YouTube thing, you know what I mean? Like it's the streets or whatever. I know half of y'all wouldn't even dare step up in the trenches, you know what I'm saying? And I was up in there with all my shines, you know what I mean? All kind of Cuban links, all kind of rollies, just whatever, dogs, because, hey, I ain't scared to go nowhere, man. If you keep it real with me, I keep it real with you, you know what I mean? And you could already hear me speaking Swahili, man, out there, you know what I mean? Man, God blend in everywhere I go, you check it? So I just had to, give a shout out to all them fighters, that I posted, Some of them were making their pro debuts, fellas from, like I said, I was in the trenches. Go check it out. Go do your Google Maps. Go look where Pumwani's at. And I had to, put these Kenyan fighters on the map, because some of these fellas making their pro debuts, some of these people already have been fighting, you know what I mean? And this might be the first time that they see themselves on film, And, I also got to give a shout out to the promoter, you know what I mean? We exchanged contacts, you know what I mean? He wanted me to get some film up there, because BoxRec basically he showed me an email from BoxRec saying, without any coverage or any footage from these fights, that BoxRec won't be able to post up the results, So I want to give a big shout out to the man, Julius Odhiambo, you know what I mean? Big ups to you. Thanks for helping promote boxing in Kenya, you know what I mean, and Africa as a whole. He's basically, you know what I mean, like a WBC and a WBA agent for this region of Africa, from East Africa, So gotta give a shout outs to my people from my home country. Big ups to them. And thanks for everybody who checked out them videos and everybody who, showed support and said thanks for putting out these videos, you know what I mean? I do this for y'all, and I also did it for the fighters, you know what I mean? Because these fellas putting out blood, sweat, and tears, you know what I mean? Fellas leaking out there, getting punched up in the face. I don't want them to be doing that for nothing and their results don't go up on BoxRec. Let me know what y'all think about Deontay Wilder anyways, talking about everybody else is average and he's the best. He's half human, half hybrid. Well, that might be the case. I'd like to see him do it against fellas. Luis Ortiz might be next, March 3rd, Showtime. Might be in the Barclays Center, you know what I mean? The best fighter Deontay Wilder will have on his resume and vice versa for Luis Ortiz. So, hey, if after that, depending on if he does so happen to dispatch of the man Luis Ortiz, then maybe he could start tugging on the man Anthony Joshua and say, yo, hey, 50-50, dogs, look what I did. I fought your mandatory. You wasn't even trying to fight. Let me know what y'all think about this video in Deontay Wilder's comments. B Marsh Boxing, I'm gone. Peace.